Welcome to Beyond Your Radio's album for today. I'm your host and creator, Beyond Your Radio, Mark Kulagowski, and this daily video cast reveals one album for you per day. And as always with us here at Beyond Your Radio, it's any genre, it's any style. The albums are uniquely picked. They can serve as a reminder. They can be an expansion of the listening palette, creating a new adventurous rabbit hole of musicianship to explore, appreciate, connect with. And today's rabbit hole is a vast one at 2 hours and 47 minutes if you add the digital download that comes with it. Mount Analogue. This is from Bill Laswell, world famous producer, bass player, Buckethead, Viggo Mortensen, all kinds of accolades to his name. He's from Salem, Illinois. This is on Sub Rosa record label, and it's on March 13th, 2026. Brand new, basically avant-garde electronica, jazz, fusion, soundscapes, ambient, dub. It's Bill Laswell. But there is just something you can count on from Bill. A soundscape, an interpretation, a masterful, almost shaman, blind faith-led musical experience that will be as engrossing and ear-mind bending as you can probably go in an ambient jazz electronica position. Can you call it prog? I mean, you probably can if you want. And one of the things he's taking on here is an interpretive position of a bizarre and allegorical novel called Mount Analogue by René Daumal, French, which technically was never finished. A novel of symbolically authentic non-Euclidean adventures in mountain climbing. Yeah, the Murder Wall, right? I remember one of the albums of that our panelists actually gave us a perfect 25 of way back. So this novel described as an expedition undertaken by a group of mountaineers and to travel and climb the titular Mount Analogue, which is supposed to be the most enormous mountain. Only thing is, it's on a surreal continent, which is completely invisible and inaccessible to the outside world, and which can only be perceived by the application of obscure knowledge. So Daumal dies, and the novel wasn't completed, providing a one-way quality to the story, which is kind of interesting, which ends abruptly in the middle of a sentence. The remnants of the unfinished story were first published posthumously in France in 1952, and of course it wouldn't get published in the U.S. until maybe 1960. The first disc of this features a 50-minute composition divided into like 6 chapters that kind of weaves it all from a tapestry of music, and I love it. Synthetic, multitude of colors, aromas, if you will, meanings, textures, and a whole lot more. Even the mood of it, you can feel it. The second disc presents 5 improvisation solos, which are done by Henry Kaiser. Second disc kind of presents this interpretations in 5 solos by Henry Kaiser on guitar, and it's Jodorowsky's paradigm drawn from the inspiration of the 1973 fantasy adventure film, The Holy Mountain, which is sort of based loosely on this particular novel. Kaiser initial 48-minute guitar solo serves as a foundation, a guide for the solo interpretations of Mount Analogue, basically. But it's in a psychedelic nature, cinematic, piece, and it's hard to explain. Again, this is a big undertaking. Bill Laswell on bass, Henry Kaiser's doing guitar, Anna Clementi, she's doing vocals, Percy Howard's on voice. There's a Hideo Yamaki who's playing percussion, really interesting percussion. Graham Haynes is doing cornet. Dorian Che on violin, Niels Petter Malver is on trumpet, and Peter Affelbaum is on keyboard. And then there's P.ST. Now it's P.ST doing conceptual and electronic. Now I don't know the name of the individual. I think it's Slovakian to some degree, but I couldn't get to the article to finalize his name. But it certainly adds a texture, a cinematic, and yet again this philosophical idea of climbing a mountain, this journey that doesn't technically exist, that you're never going to get there. When people tell you to read the Iliad and the Odyssey, or you pick up War and Peace, are you going to get through it? Are you? It's the journey, my friends. And this one is a Bill Laswell journey, quite possibly unlike any other, one that will take you on this hidden audio climb if you dare. Will you hang in there? We're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the TikTok should too, yeah. YouTube, of course, all about articles, videos, and a podcast coming soon. Artists, bands, albums like this come from time to time. I've been stewing on this one the last weekend over Easter up to now, and I had to put it out there. I realize it's Dingus Day, but this album is haunting me. I had to put it out there and see what other people think. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thanks for watching, and happy listening.